If you like horror, hit that notification bell, smash that like button, and push that subscribe button now.
Welcome to Nick Push's Horror Channel.
Hey, what's up everybody? I am Nick Push. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got some Scream 6 news this week, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty interesting actually. Scream 6 is going to be set in the Big Apple, New York City. So it's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to get into that in a little bit here. But first, join me in the comments, guys. Tell me down below, are you excited about the setting of New York City? Or are you going to miss Woodsboro here? So tell me in the comments. I'm sure everyone has a big opinion on it because Scream fans seem to be a little testy lately, ever since the Neve Campbell news a week or so ago. So I'm sure everyone has an opinion, whether good or bad. So let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you like talking Scream, like talking horror, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. But let's get right into it. So when this news dropped, I saw it. First thing I did, go to my Twitter page, made a joke about Jason Takes Manhattan. Ghostface rides a boat or some shit like that I posted. Thought I was clever. And then I looked around the internet and saw about 500 other people make the same joke. So back to the drawing board on my humor. I also saw some clever Home Alone 2, Ghostface Lost in New York memes and shit like that. So everyone's having fun with this news, myself included. But this is not a Jason Takes Manhattan situation. We are in a different time. There's different marketing techniques, all kinds of different reasons. It's not going to be like that. So I am not worried about that one bit. But here are my thoughts on this. I think the setting of New York City is a good thing for Scream 6, okay? And that is because Scream, ironically as I wear this shirt, is not tied to Woodsboro as a setting. There's a lot of ties to Woodsboro as far as history and things like that, but where the movie is set, it is not as important as, say, Haddonfield for Halloween. This isn't a Halloween H2O situation where Haddonfield is like a character in the movie. That Midwest setting is a character in the movie. We saw what happened. I know people love it, but we saw what happened as far as, the atmosphere of Halloween H2O and the Halloween setting. That is not what this is. So Woodsboro is important, but not particularly as a setting. Now, the history, like I said, is important. Okay? So Scream 2 and Scream 3 were not set in Woodsboro, if you remember, which is interesting, right? So 2 out of the first 3 movies, 2 of the 3 movies in the original trilogy were not set in Woodsboro. You forget that. Scream 2 was set at the college. Is that Windsor College? What the hell college? Maybe Windsor College is from something else. But Scream 2 was set at the college, and Scream 3, obviously, was set in LA, right? So, although it felt like you might have been in Woodsboro, they weren't actually set in Woodsboro. And the reason why it kind of felt like, Woodsboro was the setting was because Woodsboro, the history of it, was kind of like a character in itself. In Scream 2, we're talking about what happened in Woodsboro and things like that. Scream 3, in the movie studio, they recreate Woodsboro a little bit, and we're talking about the history of, Maureen Prescott, and how she loses her innocence in Hollywood, and it goes back to Woodsboro to her family, and, causes some shenanigans, we'll say, that set off the course of actions that set off this franchise. But Woodsboro, as a setting in a movie, isn't that important. History-wise, extremely fucking important. But as the setting, it is not very important. And the other reason, guys, that I think the setting being in New York for Scream 6 is a good thing is it keeps things interesting. All right, this is the 6th movie in the franchise. Let's go to the East Coast. Let's watch Ghostface do some things over there. I mean, you bring up some interesting opportunities, like Ghostface in the subway, Jason Takes Manhattan again, Ghostface in the subway, all kinds of different things, Central Park, all kinds of different shit. So there is a lot they can play around with, and it'll keep this interesting while it can still keep the Scream formula and just tweak it a little bit to, big city feel. So I think it's a good thing. I'm excited about this news. Obviously, we caught a bit of a bummer news with Neve Campbell not being in this movie. At least bummer for some people. I'm okay with it. But a bummer of no Sidney Prescott. But in my opinion, this is going to kind of breathe some more life into the franchise and keep it from just being Scream 6 and done. It opens up other opportunities for the franchise. So I'm excited for it. Like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks as always, guys, for watching.